Howdy folks, long time since I did a video. Don't know why, I just get out of the habit and all. So for today's video, it's going to be a new to me razor. Well, not quite that new anymore, but third shave with the Wilkinson auto strop or self-stropping Empire razor, I think it's called. I believe that's the correct name. One of you guys will come along and tell me if it's not. So, hope you guys have been doing all good. Had a good weekend and all here. The soap for today is going to be Sudsy Soapery Cola flavored with Rasool clay. Pretty skippy stuff. The brush will be my Octagon blonde horsehair, which is defunctifying nicely. And the aftershave is going to be Sailor Jerry Spiced Navy aftershave. So this brush is kind of soft and floppy. Reminds me a little bit of a cashmere brush, the synthetic brush. And I don't know if you set it super deep in the handle, whether it would even stiffen it up or not. It's just that the hairs themselves aren't as stiff. They're not as thick, I guess, maybe, as like a boar or badger hair. But it's nice. And once the barnyard smell got out of it, I'm enjoying it. Been bouncing back and forth between this one and the gray one. So, trying to get the smell out and then see if they break in a little bit, because as it is right now, the blonde one seems to be a little bit softer tips, and I don't know whether the horsehair will split like a boar will. I don't know. So, now I've already used this twice, and then I've had to go back and do some rehoning on the blades and everything. They were in really good shape. I got 7 of them because it's a 7-day set. But, of course, they weren't, super sharp, but they were sharp. Some of them were even sharp enough to cut some hair at skin level, but not very easily and all. So, honing and all that stuff. Then today, I went out and I bought a belt at Joann's Fabrics, 1.5 inch wide, just like a 42-inch belt for if you wanted to make your own belt or anything like that, piece of leather. And it was actually... it measured it, it's supposed to be at 1.5 inches, which I thought, okay, well, that'll work. But I actually ended up having to trim the width of it down. I took maybe like 1/8 of an inch off of the width of it. And it still might be a little thicker than probably the strop that came with these. It's a good bit of resistance when you're doing the stropping motion, but maybe a little bit more than the original one would have. I don't know. I don't know how thick the leather was on the original strops. This one works. So I'm probably just going to go with it, or I might end up actually trying to thin it down a little bit. So we'll see. So the nice thing about this is the blade guard just adjusts with this little thing, and it's got the rollers in the front, so you can adjust it on the fly. You don't have to do anything other than give that knob a turn or two. So, blade's sharp enough. I still think I might be able to get it sharper. I don't know. It's comfortable. But if I had to compare it, I'd say it feels like a Vashkod blade, my favorite double-edged blade, on like its fourth or fifth shave. So like not like Not like brand new sharp, but not unusable. And then the billy goat hairs here down around the chin and all, you can feel it a little bit more than elsewhere. But and this razor is a little top heavy because of all the mechanism and everything. That's pretty heavy. But I do like the little rollers for the front, and they kind of roll with it. But they're like spiral cut little grooves in it that leaves soap behind, so the roller doesn't wipe all the soap away before the blade gets to where the roller's cutting. So that's nice. And it's a very, I don't know, very ingenious design. It's one of them things that come along where you look at it and you're like, they were like, well, how can we make take a straight edge blade, like a straight edge razor, cut it 1.5 inches wide. I see it tugging a little bit on the billy goat hairs. How can we take a straight razor, cut 1.5 inches off of it, put it in a safety razor holder, and then we'll make it where you just got to thread a piece of leather through and strop it like that, and keep it going, refresh the edge and everything, and all, but have it be convenient and easy like a safety razor. And they pretty much succeeded. But it's fiddly, getting the blade on and off, messing around with it, you know. And then along comes King Gillette, and he's got the double-edged razors that are easy to use. Blade gets dull, you toss it. Well, I guess when they originally came out, the blades were, I don't know, they were a penny a piece, maybe not even that much. I don't know what they were price-wise. And something like this, they were like, oh, well, I'm tired of fiddling with it. I'll just get one of them Gillettes and be done with it. Not less fiddling. Then you get people like us that's all we do is fiddle with things all the time. Now this is the only sudsy soapy soap that I have, and it's got, like I said, that Rasool clay in it. I'm guessing they're all good, but this stuff with the Rasool clay really is nice and slick. I like it a lot. And I'm 2/3 of the way through the tub, and might put that like on my Christmas shopping list and all, so somebody can get me that for Christmas. and all, but that's going to be a repurchase if I can get it. I think it's still available. I don't know, it might not be available. So many things aren't staying available. See, it's not. Could be a little bit sharper, I'm thinking. Might really just do a whole bunch of stropping with it maybe. And I've also flirted around with the idea since the piece of leather that I got was like for a belt. So it's like 42 inches long. So I just folded it in half, and I had a piece of hardware from another strap with a little clip on it, a little hook on it. So I attached that. So what I'm thinking I might do is I might make leave the one side plain leather, and then the other one put a little bit of paste on it. So I got a pasted strap and a regular strap for it. And I might take some of the, and paste the strap and do a little bit of stropping with that and see if it makes a difference. I don't know. Work in progress. Whenever you get something new like this and start fiddling with it, you got to figure out what works and what don't work and all. So it's a usable shaver. If I can get it that last, I don't know, what would you say, 5% sharper, and it would be right there, right up there with using any one of my double edges or injectors or anything like that and all. So let's see about touching up. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now, yeah, I would say it's hard. It might be hard for you guys to see. I'd say I got the rollers adjusted about. So if you can see there, that's all the way where the rollers are far out away from the blade as they'll go. So the knob's turned all the way clockwise. Then if you turn it all the way counterclockwise, the rollers go in much closer. So I would say I was probably about maybe like 75% instead of 100% being all the way counterclockwise. I'm about 75% counterclockwise and all. So medium aggressive setting on this to get the blade where I wanted it to be and all, but yeah, does a nice job. So now the thing is while drying it and cleaning it, you can unflip it open and do all that or whatever. But I think what I might do, I thought about this. I thought, well, I don't want to leave it wet and have the blade get rusty and all. So I think I'll probably just hit it with the Weiss hair dryer for a little bit and dry it out. So, because I don't use a hair dryer. So, hope everybody else is doing all right. We're at 14 minutes. Coming toward the end of winter here. What do we got? We're a couple more weeks. Even though the groundhogs supposedly forecasted a longer winter. Once again, we've had another mild winter. Really only had one snowstorm where I actually had to do a little bit of plowing, and that wasn't even the whole route. It was just a little bit of plowing. So we got off with another easy one, which tells me that in the future, Mother Nature's gonna, you know, everything's got a yin and yang. It's got to balance itself out. So we're gonna be getting hammered next winter. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe Greta Thunberg is right, the global warming, and it's kicking in, and now pretty soon it'll get to be the point to where you won't have snow. Kind of doubt that, but anywho. All right, so recapping the Wilkinson self-stropping Empire razor, the triple milled sudsy soapery soap, the Octagon Blonde horsehair brush, and Sailor Jerry's aftershave. This is nice stuff, and I've already got 2 bottles because I went ahead and bought it because I put it on the list for my birthday, and nobody purchased it for me. So I went ahead and purchased it for myself. And then, come Christmas time, somebody purchased it for me for Christmas instead. Because my birthday's in November. But still, I'm happy I've got 2 now because I do enjoy it. It is a nice aftershave. No complaints there. So, little farting around. That's about it. Can't think of anything else. Don't really have any good anecdotal stories and all. I know a lot of you guys, you know, you like my stories and all. Oh, okay. I got one I could tell you. Here, just happened yesterday. I mentioned on the forums going down to the synagogue where I do my side job with security and see all my Jewish friends. And one of the older gentlemen I talk with, he's one of the regulars, and all shows up and he says, oh, you haven't been down here in a long time. I got all the other guys a gift. Here, I got a gift. Let me go out to the car and get it for you. So, and I didn't bring it up to show you, but, so I'm thinking, oh, cool. Maybe, I don't know. What are we thinking? Rolex watch, Submariner. Man, that'd be nice. Diamond earring, you know, just in case I want a little bit of bling. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a hot stock tip. Who knows? What could it be? What's he going to go to the car and get? So guess what? Now, and his name's Shlomo. So, and okay, it's Shlomo, which that's a very common name I'm in Hebrew, but I'm come to understand. So anywho, Shlomo comes back, big old smile in his hands, and he hands me this box. And I take and I look at it, and it is a small battery-powered nose and ear hair trimmer, which I do have to trim both in places. This needs to be touched up a little bit already, so I might fire up the old battery-powered one. So I said, so is this a hint there, Shlomo? Am I lacking in my grooming regime? And he's, no, you know, but they're always good to have. And I said, yeah, well, when you get older, they sprout out your nose and they sprout out your ears and all. And he says, yeah, well, lucky for you, you have it on your head still. And I said, well, yeah, sometimes you lose it here and you gain it there. So that's what I got. That was my gift from my friend Shlomo down at the synagogue. It's a nice one. Hey, it's better than no gift at all. So, but it was a nice day down there. Ended up chatting with a lot of the guys. I usually end up going down and eating lunch with them when they're done with the services and all. And wind up sitting at the table with a lot of the other ex-military guys and all. And we tell war stories and talk and things like that. And these guys have all been in Israeli military. One of them was in the Dutch military and all. So, and then a lot of them come from over in Europe. So their take on the current events, on what's going on in Ukraine and all that stuff, very insightful, very different than what you're getting here in the mainstream media and what you hear people talking about that are, you know, Americans. So broadened my horizons, I guess you could say. Interesting discussions we had. So ended up staying for about an hour longer sitting around talking about buddies. So does it really seem like work when you're getting paid and you're actually enjoying yourself and sitting down to a nice meal? No, it doesn't. But good times. 20 minutes. So you'll never get this time back, people. And if you're sorry that you've watched this, then I apologize. But you should have known from the outset that you might end up regretting this. So talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.